Hello survivors, I'm the SurvivalVis, and welcome to just a random little short series of sorts, just to give me something to do while I'm waiting for some of the other series that we more regularly do kind of go up, feedback come in, etc. I've got a little bit of extra time to record, and I don't want to go into series I've already done or are currently ongoing, so that way there's more of a gap between comments and when they're actually seen, like that stuff's into the video. So I figured we'd do like a little toss-up again, but this one just kind of throw it out randomly depending on how long it is. I may even break it up so that way instead of saying like each episode is so many minutes long, just split an entire record session into multiple bits. But anyway, where are we? Welcome to Gunfire Reborn. Now, this game has gotten a lot of publicity recently since it came out, because it is a fairly well-put-together roguelite shooter. Roguelike or roguelite shooter. It doesn't really do anything exceptionally well, but it's brought it all together in such a way that it's a nice, cohesive, and enjoyable experience. Up until a point, for myself. I'll get to that in a moment. But we'll just go into a new thing. Yeah, I'm level 59, towards the end of a run, you'll probably get to understand that a little bit better why, but it's a roguelite shooter. It doesn't have too much in it content-wise at the moment, but there's still plenty that'll keep you rerunning it for quite a few hours in its current state. So we'll just go on through. Think of it like a mix of... Actually, it's kind of hard to think what's a mix of. Borderlands is definitely an inspiration with the weapons and the random effects that are on them. Some people have been thinking Risk of Rain 2, but I don't really know. I suppose in a sense Risk of Rain 2 would be another part of it. And for anybody who's wondering why I'm able to one-shot the first enemies there, it's because of the upgrade system that the game kind of has. It's got some weird choices for things. We'll take that. So let me just finish these two off. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, it's a shooter. You basically have a number of things that make it really good. You have a little dash that is almost like an evade you can use in the air to move. That actually has jumping puzzles, which they're not bad. There are a couple that could use some improvement. Actually, there are really only two jumping puzzle-esque stages, but the latter of the two definitely needs some work. Equipment-wise, you can hold two main weapons, and then you have... This is one thing I'd like to see a little done, is your foundry is basically your infinite round basic weapon. But the problem is you don't really get any upgrades or anything for it aside from the +1 can be +2 depending on if you have 2 +2s, etc. It's sort of think of it as it scales up to whatever your weakest main weapon is. So if you have like a +3 and a +5, your foundry here will be a +3. Now, and you do have a shield and health you can see down there in the bottom left. Oh, come on. There are some strange lags, even playing single player. You will come across them, but again, the game hasn't even been out for a month yet, I don't believe, so you're going to have a few things that will slowly get worked and smoothed out over time. There are currently 2 playable characters, with I think the third one sort of teased in a loading screen. That will come in time. But it has a nice pace to it. The only problem I have is what will come down the line, and then at the end of every sort of level, you have basically another upgrade system, but only for this run. So I'm probably going to go after Elemental Rage 1 here, just get the damage bonus. But you have things like, you actually get to see the firing arc for your grenades, which is nice. You have the dash that can get you around. Weapons, there's a decent variety, but you do have to unlock that variety. So there are a number of achievements that some you can primarily focus on, like, say, killing so many of certain type of enemy, although even then that's not really focus and more just an easy and simple way to unlock them. Others defeat so many enemies using a certain type of damage. There are things like that which will help you expand and upgrade the arsenal for what you have available to use. But I think the game... There's one issue in particular that I've noticed once you get, say, a few hours in and you're up probably, I'd say, around level 40-ish, or maybe even earlier you might encounter it. And that is that the game doesn't actually give you a fixed increase in your shield and your health during the run. Now, you can find little augments in these... they're kind of like a red treasure chest with a golden glow above them. They're kind of like a random give this, get this in return sort of way that they work. But you don't have a way of increasing your standard health and shield reliably. And because of that, as anybody knows, a roguelite, you kind of progress and enemies get steadily more difficult as you go through it. So it's kind of hard to keep enjoying the game when you hit the point where the enemies have continually increased, but you have no way of doing that as well. You just kind of get stuck stationary where you are. There you are. You're around here somewhere. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, so we got... that's not very good unless you're standing in it, and I don't really think I would stand in it that often. I guess we'll go for the fire damage? Another thing is that the weapons, you don't have a lot of ways to target anything with them. It is a lot of, you literally just roll the dice whenever a weapon drops on whatever stats it may have. I was just looking around for a special hidden... well, not really a secret, but a little mini thing. Next stage we'll probably have. Oh, does this have me? Oh, yeah, it does have one. Okay, so this is a vault, which we'll go into after all the waves are taken care of on this level. But it's basically like a little side stage which lets you get a minor modifier out of it. Uh-oh. Let's dodge that quick. Take that down, and these guys down. Now, the game will definitely keep you going for, I'd probably say... Actually, I'm kind of not sure how long it would exactly go for, because I think I'm a bit of a masochist in a way, so... I will probably keep going with something well past when I should, just to try to, say, wrap and finish it up entirely. Oh. There's something we'll snag once that's taken care of. Okay, so you see this is a +2. We'll swap it out like that, but we can't really dwell on that too long because we do have a few things ongoing. There we go. And there's one more thing somewhere. Oh, right here. Take care of you. Okay. So, like, this is the gunplay. It's something... The reason I think it works so well is, again, it just brings everything together from other ones that make it feel a more round and complete experience. If you didn't have the dodge, then I don't think you would quite feel yourself as mobile and engaged with it. The grenades are also a nice touch. It just does a lot really well with how simple it is. It doesn't try to really do anything new or too unique, but it does what it already there very well. Okay, so that's the level all done. Let me just get the chest first. I guess we'll go for fire damage. Oh, and we'll talk to the shopkeep here, the peddler. Actually, the knife might not be bad to get, so I think... Yeah, that's +2, so we'll swap it out. So, you can see certain inscription effects are... Lucky shot basically means crit chance, or critical shot. 50% chance cause explosion, so all kinds of effects will roll on these. Some of them are fixed that they always will have poison, like the knife here, and the lightning blast will always be a lightning one. You can see our foundry +2 now, because we have the +2 weapons. A few things like that. The minimap in the top left there will kind of be helpful, depending. Like, if you're going through a level and you want to clear it out before you, say, go back to these vaults, you can see which ones you completed will be a bit of a faded purple once you're done with them. The reason I'm using the foundry mostly right now is just because I want to save ammo if I can. There's nothing that's really super requiring it right now. And every little kind of tick you hear there is just a critic. It's basically a headshot. I don't know if it actually has a term that falls under lucky shot or not. There are a few aspects of the game that doesn't overly explain sometimes, but we'll just... Oh, My bad, we'll open that up. And this is an occult scroll. So basically think of them like, ooh, my bad. Ascensions are your end-of-level upgrades, which will have, generally it's 3 tiers and give a very powerful add-on effect. Occult scrolls are your modifiers that you'll sort of unlock and help you along. Like this one, immunity to all damage for 1 second after swapping. Pretty good. As long as you remember to swap weapons. That's something I also kind of run into, because I try to save up my... Oh, that's the +1. Yeah, we don't need that, so we'll go on. And just... Okay, there we go. We're into stage 4. Yeah, that's one of the special chests that I was talking about, where you can sometimes get health or shield modifiers to kind of help increase the totals you get, but they're very unreliable for what you may get out of them. Just going to do that so we can get in there. So let's see what this one is. Yeah, this is, if you give 188 coins, you'll search for a random one. So, actually, you know what? We will take that, because that's pretty good if we can get it. If we're able to get another one of the fire damage or something like that, that'll be a very helpful one to aid with us. Oh. There are sometimes little glitches when the door's shut where it kind of like shoves you forward in a way. Let's take care of these quickly. There we go. Oh, and we got a challenge. You know what? We'll do this. Oh yeah, there's going to be 2 vaults here, so we'll do this one quickly, although the longbowmen you really got to be careful for. Anything that is a slow-moving enemy generally hits very hard. Or slow-moving projectile, sorry. And the longbowmen can be a very dangerous one early game. I might actually... And I do really gotta be careful about everything that's around us as well. Like I say, once it gets moving fast-paced like this, the game really feels and shines quite a bit. And then I will also go into how the different weapon or elemental effects play into things. Like the easiest one is, I don't think we'll see it this one because of how things... Ooh, that's actually very helpful. We won't get the... Actually, maybe we will get the dragon. Fire is good for enemies that just have a red health bar with nothing above it. Corrosion is good for the yellow health bars. Shield is good for the blue. So maybe we'll get the dragon in for that one there. Although, saying that, I may even actually get the knife again. But we still got the 2 vaults to go into as well. Let's see what the modifier here is. Okay, yeah, we're going to definitely do the dragon alongside the lightning blast. That's because the first boss has a shield that they'll reapply to themselves every so often, so we definitely want the one that'll be most effective there. And we'll go into this vault. Now, they sometimes vary on what the contents actually are. Like, the most common one for the first level is going to be this one, I believe, where it's... Once you kill an enemy, they're going to spawn one of those little beetles that'll chase after you. It's pretty easy to clear this one out, no problem. And sometimes on the first level, there's another one where it's just going to be... There we go. It's just going to be a random group of, like, a little mini-room to clear out with the chest after it's cleared. We'll see what this occult scroll is, or what this new modifier is to health. This is actually another very good one. Recover 1% max HP and 10 ammo of equipped weapon whenever you killed an enemy affected by elemental effect. So basically think of it sort of like... What's the most universal term? I guess like Pokemon. If you shoot an enemy with shock, they'll see a little bit of like blue lightning bolt icons beside their name. That means they're in that elemental effect. If you use your smoke grenade, with this being the first character you'll probably get often, you can get them into like a decay effect. So you'll have different ways of sort of being able to make use of that. And this is actually, I think, the only other type of vault that you'll find in the first few levels. Ow. Just sneak in there. Oh, I forgot we actually have the 3, that's right. It's basically just navigate the boulders and get to the other side. No real challenge to there. Even if you just had the 1 dash, you can time it pretty well. Getting the double ammo capacity is very nice, though. And we're on to the next stage, which is the first boss. Now, this guy, you're probably going to hit a wall with him for a number of tries when you first go after him. Oh, that's actually not bad. The plus 50%. Oh, that's actually very good as well. You know what? I think what we'll do is we'll swap the Lightning Blast out for the Star Devourer. Now, the reason is because of the inscriptions to it, or the modifiers on it. 50% weapon damage to enemies in burning, which is what he'll cause, and 50% enemies in shock effect, which is what this already causes. So that'll be pretty good there, and we don't really have money for the Craftsman. This is where, say you have a weapon that you really like, but you like to increase the damage of it, you can enhance with the enhance there. Or, well, Gemini Inscriptions you'll unlock probably a number of hours into the game. I haven't found them to be super useful quite yet, because, again, with everything sort of randomized, you don't frequently find 2 Gemini effects on weapons. So this is the first boss, Lu Wu, I think? L-U-W-U? Or is it Wu Lu? No, it is Lu Wu. Okay, yeah, so to start, you can see the shield on him. Oh, you could have seen the shield on him. Okay, yeah, and this is where he kind of goes off into his... The shield will replenish, but... Okay, where are ya? Yeah, the pillars can take a lot of the... There we go. The pillars will help you take a lot of hits, and you can use them as basically a barricade between some of his attacks, because they will hit you very hard to start with. We'll get the deflection shield, and we also got another goblet. I think what we'll go for is the aftershock. That's a pretty powerful one. We'll probably go for the +3 on that one. I've actually not used the Sunder, so maybe we'll take this as well. Oh yeah, that's a nice inscription to always find. 25% chance to kill the target instantly on crit hit. It is for normal enemies only, but that is still an incredibly powerful modifier to find on them. And we're just going to... Okay, we're stocked up on grenades, so with that, we'll just kind of hurry our way along. How are we doing time-wise? Not even 20 minutes yet, so who knows? Maybe we'll break this up just into 2 parts, and I'll just randomly cut the video at some point. Or maybe I'll just even try something I haven't done yet, which is a mid-clip, but keep recording through. Okay, let's get into the next stage. Now, this is where you'll start kind of noticing what I was talking about before, where the enemies will start scaling up in the damage they do. Okay, you get out of here, and you... Okay, take care of that guy quick. And I think there's one more before we'll go to the next little area here. But there is also the vault I spotted coming in that... I know I've seen it. Okay, up there. We'll just shoot that so that way it's on the mini-map. We hopefully won't forget it, because the little extra modifier from them are very, very helpful. We got... There are some explosives. Ooh, okay, this is a very dangerous one. You have to... You gotta be very careful getting up and close with those ones. Yeah, we'll just... There we go, take care of that. And I think that's it for this little area here. So, yeah, we'll be good to move on, but we'll hit the vault first and see what this one is. let's enter here. Okay, so this is... yeah, this is the other jumping puzzle. There are actually 2 of them. Just do that quickly. Now, we're in pretty good condition to do this one. This is just pretty easy. You'll probably not need anything special to do it, although that trap did knock a lot of our health off. Veteran is a nice one to get, but I don't know how close we'll really be to things, because I don't know if I want to do this. Like, the immunity's not bad, but to get the extra damage, we'll take it with us. Maybe if there's something like... there are certain chests where the effect might be give 1 to get 1. That might be a good one to keep as a fodder. Oh, and we'll get the little health boost. Those little things you'll kind of come across randomly. It helps to actually go about the environment and shoot every little barrel. Not quite the explosive ones, unless an enemy's near them, then they're very helpful. But just shoot these pots, pans, etc., and you'll get things like ammo, grenades, and sometimes, though pretty rarely, you will get health back. Let's see what's up here. Yeah, keep going through this level. I mean... uh-oh. Okay, so they're all up ahead somewhere. Yeah, the hardest ones to deal with are always these snipers in the back, because their shots always deal a lot of damage. There we go. Oh, we got another... oh, just a swordsman coming down. That's easy to take care of, though. And what are you? Big hippo. I don't think we'll go for you, actually. Because of the Sunder's effect, we'll probably keep using that, and the piercing, because it does have the burn effect, we'll hold on to it. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's head up here and see. Okay, this is more, yeah, arena style. There we go, and there's a lizard back... there he is. Oh, stop him before he causes too much trouble. Well, you can already see that we have another one that's pretty close by that's just like that. Yeah, it's when you go up against enemies that have, like, the shield without shock or lightning damage, you really feel how the elemental effects trying to change it up. Nah, we won't go for the woodpecker. We don't need that. It's... never really found it to be a very good weapon, to be honest. It's basically a rapid-fire crossbow, but the shots don't really do a lot of damage. So I've never found that to be one that's particularly helpful. And... I'm thinking about getting the acidic, although it might be better to get the shield. We'll try to get that up just so that way it keeps us alive a little further in. This level, we probably won't get too much to how quickly your health will drain, although you guys probably did see when I went up against the flamethrower guys, or I think they're called the arsonists in the game. Those ones, if they get up close and they start using their flamethrower, your health, your shield, everything just drops really quickly. You have to be very on watch and get distance away from them to take care of them. You can blow up the oil tank on their back, but it's kind of hard to do solo. I admit I haven't actually done a lot, actually any multiplayer on the game yet. I usually try to do that after I've sort of cleared the base game out first. Now. Okay, take care of them. Oh, the desert worm is a big one that can cause problems for you. I want to try getting some of these guys down in close quarters, though. Just so that way we can get the health bonus from the one modifier we have. There we go. Because with the veteran, it's a good one that helps you get your health up a little more, but even with that, I'm probably going to say once we get to the third area, as long as I don't die towards anywhere on the way, that can always happen. But once we get to the third area, you'll really, really see just how much the damages will spike up on you. That's the one issue I have, is you kind of feel like you plateau on how much health and shield you have, and then you'll keep hitting the same wall over and over. You won't really unlock new weapons or new modifiers, so you kind of just hit the same repeating brick wall. Well, I don't know if we'll really see it this run. Again, it's actually going very well, which is thankful. Oh, you kind of got in the way there. Take care of that. Throw another one there. There we go. We'll toss one out there and see. Okay, so we got a little bit more health back. I just want to make sure we haven't missed a vault anywhere out. Yeah, there's the desert worm. That's probably one that might be the most dangerous right now for us. And it's basically a rapid-fire, somewhat homing machine gun. As long as you kind of understand how dangerous an enemy is, you can let them get in close. You just, again, need the experience of knowing which ones you can let get in and which ones you can't. Like, you're pretty easy. The fire lizard... No. The rogue villain, though, the sort of lizard you see toting the shotgun, you don't want to let them get in close to you, though. Because they basically have a electric shotgun. So it'll rip through your shield and leave you basically open for everybody else to pile on some damage there. Yeah, like there, you just heard him get the shot off. Thankfully, we... Not sure if I'd really call it duke him, but we got into cover fast enough. I do love me when they have the auto or the potential... Oh. Take you down. Yeah, that one where kill enemy just with normal hit, very, very helpful. And there's somebody special. Oh, no. Maybe not yet. I'm just used to this area generally producing... Yeah, this is probably going to be the wave with them. I can't remember what it's called. It's Dark-Faced Bandit, that's it. He's basically impervious to any damage from the front, so you gotta basically get him to do a charge and then hit his back when he's exposed. We'll just kind of head up here and look around. Generally, this is the area where you'll find a vault. Although not up here. I don't think I've actually found one up here ever. It's more around there, I think I usually find one. Usually it's the outer walls of the area. But we'll also take a quick look at the peddlers, see what they've got. It changes every level. Nothing all that good, so we'll save what we got. What do we got in the treasure? Okay, so... if we're going for burn damage, I think we'll probably go for the energy blade. Because that might be pretty good with a sniper rifle. Or anything that's kind of a good high power one. Bone Dragon, I've never really used that much. I don't feel like the projectile really works as well as it's supposed to. Like, it's meant to basically act like a gravity bomb, where... No, I think we'll keep with what we got. Although it's a +4, we have, again, the Sunder has a great inscription on it, and the Piercing Flame, because of our burning damage bonus, we should be good to go with this. So let's go to the next area. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little... Oh, a challenge. I see the... Okay, so... Okay, these guys are going to explode when they die, so we gotta be careful of them a bit. Okay, and the Tactician... Basically, the other one was like a snipe... Well, sort of sniper, more rifleman. The Tactician, however... And you can see... Oh, shoot. Get out of that. Okay, yeah, that's where you really gotta mind yourself. Point blank, you will get shots that can take your shield off in just a couple of hits or so. It's also even hard to track how your stats in that are doing sometimes when it gets really crazy. Oh, just an explosive. Let's hit the vault. Oh, this is another jumping puzzle. This is one I'm actually... got a lot of experience on, but I also really dislike too. The reason is because of just the timing you have to do for certain jumps. Like, some of them you can make pretty well and easy. Other ones, though, like this is probably easily the worst one. Now, I thought what you had to do was actually go on that pillar, but there's something about... it's that right there. For some reason, the slope is just at the perfect angle to be a piece of crap. We made it, but for some reason, it doesn't get included. I don't know why, and it's one of the reasons I hate the jumping puzzles for. I know we're not even going to go that way, we're just going to leave this way. If it shouldn't be a slope at all, it should just be a simple, easy across, but you saw we had basically made it. We couldn't jump for some reason, but we could dash. It just really frustrates me. So before we'll go further, I'm just going to take a little cut here, so that way it's about, maybe about half hour per one of these should do. So thank you guys for joining me on this kind of like a random toss-up. Maybe I'll do this on Tuesday and Thursday. Those feel like good days to throw a random thing up later on in the day. And we'll probably have the part 2 going up Thursday soon enough then. So this has been Gunfire Reborn. It's pretty cheap on Steam. I don't think it's even $15, to be honest. I think... I'm actually not sure how much it was for me, Canadian, but it was very... I don't want to say cheap as... It's very affordable. It's not cheap because, again, it's a pretty well put together game. There is still content to come, and it is enjoyable right now. I'm trying to think what else I want to say. I think that's really about it. It's pretty enjoyable. You guys might want to give it a whirl yourselves. Try it out. It does have multiplayer. I'm just doing solo right now to show it off a little bit. And everything said and done, I think I'll catch you in the next episode. So, thank you guys very much for watching. If you do like any of the series or the content I do, be sure to leave a like or comment down below. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, though, please remember to take care and stay alive.